I'd like to welcome everyone here tonight. Happy New Year. We're going to start off with our workshop, and then when we're done with our workshop, we're probably going to go to executive session, and then we'll come out and open up the council meeting. The first item on the workshop agenda is council meeting dates. In your package, you have all the dates, and it'll be posted of all the council meetings and all the workshops for 2019. The only questions we have are when there's 5 Mondays in a month, which would be April, July, September, and December. We usually have our workshop on the 5th Monday. If we want to change any of them to the 4th Monday, we need to notice that and post it ahead of time. Okay, that's the only difference. You see a question mark next to them in case we want to change them. The council meetings and the workshops all start at 7 o'clock. And the dates are all there.
Mayor, I just noticed something on the workshop dates, that Tuesday, February 11th, it's supposed to be Monday, February 11th. I don't want anyone showing up on Tuesday. Just.
No, I think it is Tuesday. Isn't that
Tuesday.
the day after holiday?
I think,
Or maybe it, no,
I don't-
there's the 19th, the holiday?
I don't know if
The 11th is a Monday, so the question is, it should be Monday the 11th or Tuesday the 12th? Is it President's Day that the city is closed, or?
It would probably be Lincoln's birthday, because President's Day is the
President's Day is the 18th.
the 18th,
Yeah.
yeah. So
do we have
that's why we have a meeting on Tuesday, February 19th
Yeah.
for our meeting, because of President's Day. I believe we celebrate Lincoln's, and we'll check it and we'll make a correction, but I think we celebrate it on the day of. So it would be Monday, the 11th would be the meeting.
yeah, but look, you want to just go grab a vacation?
Yeah.
His birthday is Tuesday the 12th.
Yeah. For some reason, I think we celebrated on the day of.
Oh, okay.
And I would suggest that the Monday, December 30th meeting,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
you know, we usually don't make it, but if we move that back, it'll be 2 days before Christmas, the 23rd. But I suggest we schedule it for then, and if we don't need that meeting, we can always cancel it. But I would make that the 23rd,
Yeah.
definitely.
I
If
agree.
it's okay with the board.
Yeah.
So we are, right, our holiday is Tuesday the 12th, so this should just be Monday the 11th.
Okay. It just says Tuesday on the paper. That's
Yep.
why.
Thank you.
It's not political.
And we're gonna move the 30th meeting to December 23rd.
December 23rd. Okay.
All right, and if, you know, as we get closer to the other ones, if something comes up and we need to change it, we just need to post it. Okay?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Any other questions? Second thing on the workshop agenda would be naming an official newspaper. Usually we name the Poughkeepsie Journal because it's a daily paper as our official newspaper.
Okay.
Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. And the third thing is a contract for John Clark, our planner. It's basically the same contract that we had with him last year. I believe it's $125 an hour. So there'd be a resolution at our meeting to redo that. The third thing would be the contract of Keen and Bean. That's in the package too. It's basically the same as it was last year. We just got to renew it. Everybody okay with that?
I don't know.
Who reviews that contract?
Yeah.
I did, it's fine.
I mean, the future.
Randy does.
Lank and Tully's contract, our engineering firm, same thing. Their rates stayed the same too, it's the same contract.
Everything stayed the same.
Now we're down to a capital plan, and you gotta look, there's a thing, a capital plan here, we're just setting a public hearing for the capital plan. What date are we setting the public hearing for?
Give me 1 second, I apologize. Wasn't in,
Look at the resolution.
January 22nd.
Okay. And number 7, a resolution authorizing electronic delivery of proposed local laws to members of the local legislative body. It's a law that we have to pass if we want to use electronic delivery, right?
That's correct.
Do you want to?
Sure, so there's a memo in the packet. Basically, the New York Municipal Home Rule Law sets forth the procedures by which local laws have to be adopted. One of the procedure requirements is that the law, in its final form, has to be on your desk for a certain number of days beforehand. The law now recognizes that those can be sent to you electronically. It requires that it be on your desk electronically for, if it's be sent to you via email, you need to get it in its final form 10 days before you consider passing it. If it's placed in your mailbox, then it's here at City Hall, then it's 7 days beforehand. Typically, we do it electronically. And the law says that if the council wants to receive it electronically, it needs to adopt a resolution stating so, and so long as your email addresses are published. You all have City at Beacon email addresses. Those are on the city's website. So you comply with the law. This just formalizes and makes sure that you're now in compliance with the New York State recent amendment to the law.
Why do they choose 10 calendar days as opposed to 7 and
If I understood what Albany did,
It seems a little arbitrary.
I agree. I would have keeping it 7
Yeah.
because you're going to receive it quicker than if you
Exactly.
came. Yes, but that's what the state law says. And in its final form means that there'd be no substantive changes. You will know that at times we make minor tweaks, and that's acceptable. It's still considered to be in your final form. It's just that we can't make a significant substantive change unless it's on your desk for more than 10 days if we know to you.
Any other questions? Well, can I get a motion to go into executive?
So we need a resolution for Anthony?
We'll have that resolution at the meeting.
Oh, okay, because it's in the
We gotta come out and go
workshop.
back into our regular meeting to do the resolution. This is the workshop, we just discussed the resolution.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was looking at the workshop agenda. I think I was in
Okay.
the other agenda. Okay, sorry.
Motion.
Motion to go into public hearing.
Second.
For executive session for personnel. Motion by Councilperson Rember, second by Councilperson Nelson. All in favor?
Aye.
Can I ask about how long it will be, because just for the public?
No more than 10 minutes, I don't think.
I hope. Yeah, yeah. Don't want people to run out the door on it.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Then, when we come out, we'll go into our regular meeting. Yes. Keep the camera. Keep the camera. Now we're open our first regular meeting for 2019. Can we all stand and pledge allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As is our tradition, remain standing for a moment of silence for all the service men and women who did not return, all the servicemen and women who returned as veterans, and all the servicemen and women who are still fighting to protect our freedoms for today. Thank you. Roll call, Councilperson Grant.
Here.
Councilperson Rember. Here. Councilperson Carriaco. Yes. Councilperson Mansfield. Here. Councilperson McCredo.
Here.
Councilperson Nelson.
Here.
City Administrator.
Here.
And I'm here. Public comments. Each speaker may have one opportunity to speak up to 3 minutes on any subject matter other than those which are the topic of a public hearing tonight. You sign in at the podium. No. This segment will last no longer than 30 minutes with speakers recognized in the order they appear on the sign-in sheet. A second public comment opportunity will be provided later in the meeting for those who do not get to speak during the first segment. First up, Stas Jankowski.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Stas Jankowski. I live on South Chestnut Street. I hope you take my suggestion about the lease for the tower on top of the fire station to include either the higher of the CPI increase or 2%. Back in 1979, the inflation rate was 13.3%. In 1980 was 12.6%. 1990 was 6%, so that increase in CPI will protect us from runaway inflation, which we may have with all the money that the Federal Reserve has been printing. I want to talk to you a little bit about the current wireless law and the small cell wireless law, and also the application that Verizon has put in for the Howland Center. Both of those laws, and for your reference, Nick, the current wireless law, R2C, small cell law, C4D, has provisions that the application has to include locations of future facilities. This little map that Verizon included in their application does not say exactly where the locations are, and the laws say they need to provide the location, which in my opinion is the exact address. This little map says that this is approximate locations, one of which is Rombout. And I'm wondering, are they planning on putting one of these radiation devices on top of the Rombout school? Or maybe the high school?
Is it Roundabout or Avenue or Roundabout School?
They just call it Rombout.
I think they're talking about that building on Roundabout Avenue.
No, it shows in that area. If you look at the map, it shows in the area where the Rombout school is. So they need to tell you and the people of the city of Beacon where these radiation devices are going to be, so the people of the city of Beacon know. Also, I'm wondering, Nick, why you excluded in your draft for the new wireless law, not the small cell, you're saying that this section should not apply to wireless telecommunications facilities that obtain small cell permit. What do you mean by section? And are you excluding all of this new law from the small cell facilities?
Correct, because the new law regulates larger towers, and anything that is not a larger tower would be a small cell. So this deals just with the special use permits before the city council.
So any of these provisions in this draft law is not going to apply to small cell facilities. There's some important provisions in here.
It does. It applies to small cell facilities that are regulated by the planning board under the small cell law. It's a small cell facility, you're either going to the planning board or to the city council, so those provisions should mirror each other before the two boards.
Okay, because the current laws, my understanding is the small cell is incorporated into the regular wireless law. There's some important provisions, such as they have to provide you with, if the city wants a yearly examination of the kind of radiation that's being produced out there. That's very important to know that they're complying with the FCC regulations. And also, it says that you can ask them for a yearly. I would suggest you don't tell them when you're going to do it. Just have an engineer go out there and test it just in case they're producing more energy than is permitted by the FCC. You don't actually have to go on the property, just take the meter with you and see what's happening. I'll have more to say later. Thank you for the extra time, Mayor.
Thank you. Teresa Kraft?
Teresa Kraft, Liberty Street. I'm deeply concerned about the city planning process, which appears to have fundamental flaws. The December 10th workshop agenda item, Firehouse Discussion, turned into a full-blown visual display presentation of building a new 4-story City Hall building on the county's DMV site directly opposite the 2 new 4-story building sites under construction. That presentation showed a proposed new municipal building in the exact same physical space you promised the developers for parking. We, the people, don't want another 4-story high-rise on Main Street, nor the extra traffic it will draw. Then on December 17th, you voted to remove what you referred to as an outdated law on the books for amusement centers and arcades, saying it was antiquated. Then 12 days later, residents read in the local newspaper, there's a new brewery coming to Beacon with a full-blown amusement center or an arcade. Clearly, this decision was set into motion and made many months ago. How many thousands of gallons of water will this brewery draw from our limited water source? The lack of transparency makes it difficult for the public to understand the impact of these types of development projects have on our community until it's too late and they're set in motion, crippling the ability to effectively comment on their outcome. By the time the public hearing comes about, it's too late to make a difference. The promises were made. Today's developers, along with the City Council, its boards, and its paid planner, have not found ways to improve overdevelopment and pedestrian conditions. They've yet to find solutions to handling parking and the impact of traffic. They've only added to the burden that this community is now facing. The quality of life in residential areas is being overrun by delivery trucks. Many of these trucks are too big to even drive down our main street. Illegal parking, U-turns, and jaywalking of the day trippers. Just look around to our surrounding neighboring cities, towns, and villages to see we're being left behind in our ability to preserve our historic heritage. The City of Beacon must institute a Historic Preservation Commission independent of this council and its boards, one that will protect, educate, and promote historically significant buildings, structures, sites, streetscapes, and neighborhoods, which represent distinctive elements in our city's historical, architectural, and cultural heritage before it's too late. Thank you.
Seeing no one else on the slip, we'll move on to council reports. Councilperson Grant.
I had nothing today.
Thank you, Councilperson Rembert.
Yes, I just want to ask people to stop double parking on Main Street. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, you shouldn't double park anywhere, but on Main Street, it's really becoming a problem. So I'm going to ask if whoever's watching TV, whatever, stop double parking. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilperson Carriaco.
I hope everyone had a good holiday, that's all.
Thank you, Councilperson Mansfield.
Nothing this evening, thanks.
Councilperson Fredo.
Happy New Year, everyone. I have a couple of things that I want to work on this year, but the thing that I wanted to bring up tonight was, I know that this had come up before, the possibility of looking into alternate side of the street parking on Main Street. I know that some of you are aware that my car was hit while parked on Main Street by North Chestnut a couple of days ago, and it's been brought to my attention that that is an incredibly typical occurrence on Main Street. A lot of people have lost mirrors, a lot of people have been sideswiped. I'm very concerned about emergency vehicles having to travel. As Ms. Kraft mentioned, there are a lot of delivery trucks. It's difficult to get around. It's becoming more and more difficult to navigate, especially with people on bikes and people walking, and I think that we have some dangerous situations that we need to look into finding solutions for.
Okay. Councilperson Nelson.
Just wanted to say Happy New Year to everyone, and I wanted to thank everyone who's contacted me in the last year. Thank you for helping me become a better council person, and I hope to do a better job in the coming year. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. City Administrator.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I have one item I have that we read every year to read the tax command letter into the record for the public. So, and this is based off of our budget and our assessment. So, to Susan K. Tucker, Director of Finance, CPA, you are hereby commanded to collect by law and ordinance, provided the several sums in the tax roll specified as assessed against the persons or property here mentioned for state, county, municipal, and all other purposes. You are required immediately after receiving this warrant and after publication to cause a notice of the reception thereof to be given as required by law. You are hereby authorized to collect said taxes, to wit, county tax for the entire year in the amount of, hope I say it correctly, $4,092,478,000. Nope, $4,092,478.78, and city taxes for the year in the amount of $10,964,181, and all other taxes beginning the 30th and for 30 days thereafter, during which time no fees shall be collected thereof. All taxes or assessments remaining unpaid after the expiration of the said 30 days, you shall collect interest at the rate of 1% per month or a fraction thereof. All said interest shall belong to the city. Whenever any persons or corporations shall refuse or neglect to pay said taxes, you are directed to collect the same by action in the name of the city against any such person or corporation, or if any tax or interest shall remain unpaid on the first day of December 2019, you are directed to collect said tax and interest pursuant to Article 11 of the city charter. The foregoing is not to conflict with any tax law of the state of New York, given under the hand and seal, second day of January 2019, Anthony Ruggiero. I'll sign this and we'll put this up on the city website.
Thank you. My comments, I'd like to wish everyone a Happy New Year, and I want to thank my secretary, who's no longer with us, Lisa Edelson, for the work that she's done over the past year. She is moving on in her own career field, and I wish her the best of luck. We have put ads out, we have some applications, we interviewed some people. We should be making an announcement who the next assistant will be. So I would like the public to know that. And I would like the public to know that Dave Buckley is going to be the acting building inspector, because our building inspector that we appointed has decided he does not want the job.
And we'll do a resolution for Dave.
And we'll be doing a resolution for that at our next council meeting. And we will look into the parking situation, and as we look into that, we'll look, that'll also start our conversation about parking meters, and we'll do a whole parking thing. I know people say we haven't done anything. I got a whole parking plan that's been done that sits on our desk that we discussed before, and we really didn't get anywhere with it. I just want people to know that when you make Main Street wider, the next thing somebody's going to be telling you is they're speeding down Main Street. So, you know, it's a catch-22. Everybody's got the answers, but the answers just bring another problem. So I just want to warn us, we'll have the discussion, but one problem just creates another problem. Thank you. Moving on, resolutions. Resolution establishing city council meeting times for 2019. Be it resolved, the City Council, City of Beacon hereby establishes its official meeting time at 7 p.m. every Monday of each month, except when there are 5 Mondays in a month. There shall not be a meeting on the 4th Monday of said month, and that a special meeting of the City Council meet on a different time or a different day may be convened in accordance with New York State law. If a regular meeting date falls on a holiday, the meeting shall be convened on the next day. Now, we have discussed at our workshop that on December 30th, which is the 5th Monday, we're going to move that meeting to December 23rd. So that'll be a change, and we'll have all these dates posted on our website. And there's 3 other Mondays. They got 5 Mondays. As of now, we'll be going on the 5th Monday. If we decide to change, we'll make a public notice in enough time to do that, just so the public knows. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilperson Nelson.
Second.
Second by Councilperson Macredo. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. A A resolution designation of Poughkeepsie Journal as the City of Beacon newspaper of record for 2019. May it be it resolved, the City Council of the City of Beacon hereby designate the Poughkeepsie Journal as the City of Beacon's newspaper of record for 2019. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilperson Rember.
Second.
Second by Councilperson McCredo. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So moved. A resolution authorizing a contract renewal with John Clark Planning and Design for 2019. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilperson Mansfield,
Second.
second by Councilperson Nelson. Any questions? Councilperson Nelson.
Yes.
Councilperson McCredo.
Yes.
Councilperson Mansfield.
Yes.
Councilperson Carriaco.
Yes.
Councilperson Rember.
Yes.
Councilperson Grant.
Yes.
And I vote yes. Motion carried. A resolution authorizing contract renewal with Keenan Bean for 2019 legal services. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilperson Rember,
Second.
second by Councilperson Mansfield. Any questions? Councilperson Nelson.
Yes.
Councilperson McCredo. Councilperson Mansfield.
Yes.
Councilperson Carriaco.
All right.
Councilperson Rember.
Yes.
Councilperson Grant.
Yes.
And I vote yes.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, thank you on behalf of my firm. I look forward to continuing to work with you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. A resolution authorizing contract renewal with Lankin Tully for 2019 engineering services. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilperson Mansfield, second by Councilperson Rember. Any questions? Councilperson Nelson.
Yes.
Councilperson McCredo.
Yes.
Councilperson Mansfield.
Yes.
Councilperson Carriaco.
Yeah.
Councilperson Rember.
Yes.
Councilperson Grant.
Yes.
And I vote yes. A resolution setting a public hearing for January 22nd, 2019 to receive public comment on the capital plan. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Councilperson Nelson, second by Councilperson McCredo. That could be all in favor, right?
Yes.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So moved.
I did have a question,
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
but I'm still in favor. Are we going to be workshopping this again on the 14th before the public hearing?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And while we're talking about it, I just want you to know that the firm we hired to do the asset management, that's moving along pretty good. They got a lot of information from our department heads starting to put it together, so that's moving along pretty good. So we should have some answers in a month or two on that, right?
If not sooner, yeah, probably a month.
Great.
So that's a good thing. A resolution reappointing the city administrator. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilperson Mansfield?
Yeah.
Second by Councilperson Rember. Well, George said it first. and then he-
He just said it louder.
I just said louder.
Is there any questions? Councilperson Nelson?
Yes.
Councilperson McCredo?
Sure.
Councilperson Mansfield?
Yes.
Councilperson Carriaco?
Yeah.
Councilperson Rember?
Of course, yes.
Councilperson Grant?
Yes.
And I vote yes.
Thank you very much.
A resolution authorizing electronic delivery of proposed local laws to members of the local legislative body. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilperson Nelson.
Second.
Second by Councilperson McCredo. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So moved. Approval of minutes from December 17, 2018.
Motion.
Second.
Let me just see if I got a sheet here to mark that on. Motion by Councilperson Grant, second by Councilperson McCredo. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So moved. Second opportunity for public comment for anyone that didn't speak at the first. No, I'll mention it, thank you. A public hearing for February 4th, 2019, to receive public comment on proposed local law to amend Section 223-24.5 of the Code of the City of Beacon. That's when that'll be. We'll probably announce that again as we get closer to the meeting. Because by now, it'll be forgotten between now and February 4th. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion by Councilperson Rembert,
Second.
second by Councilperson McCredo. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Thank you.
No. 5 minutes, that is impressive.